Foodie gang, 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 gang. Foodie gang, 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 gang. Foodie gang, 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 gang.
Foodie gang, gang, gang.
Food gang, gang, gang.
Foodie gang, gang, gang.
Food gang, gang, gang. Food gang gang gang.
Hey, what's going on, Foodie Gang? What's going on? Okay, hold on, y'all. Happy Mother's Day. And what's going on? Okay, all right. I was like hearing this sound and I was wondering where it was coming from. I'm trying a new setup today, so if I sound crazy, let me know. It is crazy. But this is Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank, Season 2. Episode 5, and I wanted to do a Mother's Day special. So yeah, y'all, if I sound crazy, go ahead and let me know. I'm not gonna be mad because I'm trying to figure out how to be a YouTuber. So make sure I hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share this video with your friends. But I was wondering where that sound was coming from, and I could not figure it out. But how's everybody doing? I want to do a shout out to the Foodie Gang crew that is here early, and y'all see my gear. Make sure y'all check out the Foodie Gang store. Dr. Frizzle said 907 goodies. What you cooking? Okay, it's Mother's Day, so my daughter made me a breakfast today, and it was so sweet. She made me peanut butter toast and apple slices, and she's 7, so she was so excited about making breakfast, and it was delicious. All right, we got the Is What It Is TV. How you doing? How you doing? Thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day, you guys. Genesis 1 said 907 goodies. It is what it is. TV, mods, chat. Happy Sunday, everybody. Thank you, Hassan, for letting me know. I want to give a shout out to Hassan. He be on top of these YouTube streets. He be moderating the YouTube streets and letting everybody know what's going on. So shout out to Hassan. But if I sound crazy, y'all go ahead and let me know. And to support this show and to support this channel and keep the stove on, it's the money sign Chef Big Bank on Cash App. I was finna say to keep the sound on. Y'all, man, I'm telling you, no matter how much you prepare for these live streams, something will go wrong right before you have to get on. And so, some will go wrong. Yes. Keep your stove on, money sign, Chef Big Bank. Follow me on all my social media platforms listed down below. And I also make children's content. So definitely go ahead and subscribe to Ava's Playtime. I'm gonna share my screen with you guys and show you the video that came out today on Ava's Playtime. But before we get into that, we gotta go through our little roll call. I gotta read the disclaimer for you guys, all of that stuff. Join my group on Facebook, Chef Big Bank Foodie Gang fan page, and shop the Foodie Gang store. Get your merch, be certified Foodie Gang, and then I have my mug right here. Normally I have coffee in here, but today I got something a little extra up in here. Yes, Genesis. Genesis says, facts, streaming ain't easy. It's not. It's not, and it's very misleading because you'll see all these YouTubers, they got the mic, they got the headphones, and I'm trying to do it. Y'all, so at the end of season 1, make sure y'all go check out season 1. Someone gifted me a microphone. And so I did 2 live streams with the microphone, and there's always like an echo when other people are talking. So I'm trying to figure it out. I got headphones today. I've been watching some YouTube videos. Like, if anybody know about sound, send help. Because I don't get it. I just know how to cook, I know how to talk, and you know what I'm saying? But everything, all the sound and stuff, and the multiple cameras, that's above Chef Big Bank head. Yes, but you know, one thing about the YouTubers, they make it look so easy. And you like, okay, give me a mic. And it makes me so mad because if the sound is bad, then your whole like my live stream is kind of like jacked up or it's hijacked. It's got bad sound now. So trying to figure it out. If you guys hear an echo or any feedback, let me know. Let me know. So we went over that. Oh, let me get the disclaimer up for you guys. I want to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day. I wanted to make sure that I go live today. And, you know, because this is our day, moms. This is our day, okay? We're not going to let nobody hijack our day. So I had to make sure I went live today. And it was a little stressful. I'm a little late. So I originally wanted to go live at 1. Y'all, that didn't work out. So then I put it at 2. That didn't work out. So then I put it at 2:30. Actually, I just skipped over 2:30. I went straight to 3 because I was like, oh, you know what? I already know. Genesis said, I think I have the same mic. Is it from Amazon? So someone gave me this mic, but this is the Blue Yeti. And the issue I've been having is that when people come up on the panel, I'm hearing a little bit of an echo. Now, before it was a huge echo, and I've gotten it down to only be a little bit. But so I'm trying to work on the echo, and I have the echo cancellation in StreamYard. The button is hit, but I'm still hearing a little bit of echo. So this is what happened. I was watching a YouTube video right before I came on. And I just found out today that there's a button or we can plug our headphones into the microphone. So that's why I have headphones. So we gonna see if that works. We gonna see. We gonna see. But y'all know this is this is Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank. It's not super professional. I'm still working on it. I'm a newer YouTuber. So, you know, bear with me. And then sometimes when I hit these buttons, stuff be happening. That ain't supposed to happen. Like I said, right before you go live, that's when everything just start falling apart. Start falling apart. You know, but what did everybody eat today and what have you guys been doing all day long? So, what we have a Dr. Frizzle, great YouTube channel. You guys make sure you guys subscribe to it. He does movie reviews and also story time and goes over real-time issues. Genesis said, girl, I'm 7 weeks into my YouTube journey. I feel you. Yes, it's tough because it's like when you see other people doing it, it looks really easy, and then you try to do it, and you're like, oh, this, you know. But once I've been doing it for about a year, I had Able's Playtime. I started that. It was Playtime January 2023, but I started 907 Goodies in June of 2023. But I had the channel for like a month or two before I started going live. So even though for me, it's like I've been on YouTube for like a year and a couple months, I I still feel like I'm learning. And like as far as going live, you know, because anybody can hit the button and go live, but then when you start to like perfect it and make it better and you do upgrades, it's just I feel like you're always gonna be learning. And so yeah, you know, y'all Dr. Frizzle said he just subscribed to Genesis 1. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Genesis 1 and show her some love. But yes, YouTube looks so much easier when other people are doing it. It really, really does. And then when you get up here, you're like, oh, I'm not getting watch time, I'm not getting views. But stay positive, you guys. Keep trying. And if you're really, if you really like the type of content that you produce, you're not going to give up so easily because you enjoy your content. So, yeah, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn the notification bell on. Every Wednesday at 9 a.m. I'm dropping pre-recorded content and go on live randomly. But before we get into the show, I want to read you guys the disclaimer for 907 Good Eats. Welcome to 907 Good Eats Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank. Please note that the information provided on our channel, including commentary and discussions, is for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. This channel does not provide professional advice of any kind and should not be considered as such. Comments and opinions expressed are those of the individual and not those of 907 Good Eats. While we strive to provide accurate and up-to-date information, we cannot guarantee its completeness, reliability, or accuracy. The use of information provided on this channel is strictly at your own risk. We do not claim ownership of any third-party content featured on our channel. All third-party content is the intellectual property of the respected owner, and we respect their rights. Viewer description is advised for all content. So, with that being said, let's get this show on the road. We got the disclaimer out of the way, so y'all know what it is. Dr. Frizzle said, hit the like button on the way in. Yes, yes, yes. Y'all hit the like button. Okay. So, I have a couple of videos lined up. I have some questions for you guys. But I think the best way to start off this show would be with food. So, with that being said, I'm going to show you guys what I cooked on Mother's Day last year for dinner. I haven't had dinner yet for today. So, this is last year's dinner. This is in this video. This was in the beginning of my 907 Good Eats journey. So, I didn't have a YouTube channel at this time, but I was making content for Facebook. So this was kind of in the beginning of my content creator journey. Before, I just cooked at home and ate food. I wasn't doing all this. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Can y'all hear anything? Because I think there should be music. Or maybe there wasn't. See y'all, it'd be crazy out here. So yes, y'all, that is what I cooked for Mother's Day a year ago, and these were delicious. So this is kind of back when I was eating pork. But if you don't like pork, that's totally fine. You can get these with beef or with turkey. They have all type of substitutions out these days. So these are sausages covered in barbecue sauce, and then I slow roasted them, so I made them in the oven, and then I believe this is red beans and rice with green beans. It was delicious. And so, yeah, this is at the beginning of my content creation journey where I started like filming it. Y'all see me with the sauce. I poured the sauce on there. I was like, beginning to figure out how they make these food videos. Like, I was beginning to figure out how all this was going to go down. So, I feel like this. Over here at 907 Goodies, Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang, I feel like because we have food, everything is everyone's always happy. Because we got food on this channel. The minute we take the food away, that's when we start gonna get to arguing and beefing. But since we got food, we don't gotta worry about that foodie game. We don't gotta worry. And so yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that. Okay, so I'm gonna put the if you guys are not following me on Facebook, please follow me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Rumble, and join my Facebook group, Chef Big Bang Foodie Gang fan page. And on Facebook, I tend to ask a lot of questions. And I do that so that I can get engagement. And I like to hear what other people think about food. And so I have put together a reel of questions for Mother's Day. And so I'm going to play that and y'all let me know what y'all think. Randy said, 907 Goodies, happy Mother's Day. I'll watch on the replay when I get home. I hope that you have a great day, Randy. And let us know what you're going to eat today. And thank you so much for stopping by and tuning in. I really appreciate it. Okay, so this is the first question. Now, it says comment below, but y'all let me know in the chat if you would eat this, and if you're watching on the replay, let me know. So it looks like to me, it looks like a bunch of like waffles, berries, fruit. It looks really, really good. And I would definitely eat that with no problems. Now, I'm not going to eat all of it. And it looks like they have like bread as well. And it's Mother's Day, so mimosas are really popular for Mother's Day. Really, really popular for Mother's Day. And so, yes, I would definitely eat that. Would y'all eat that? Let me know in the comment section. Genesis 1 said, I would eat the fruit. I don't like mixing my carbs with fruit. And you see, that's why I love 907 Goodies because I get to hear all these different opinions about food. And I think everyone's opinion is valuable. And so carbs with fruit, that makes sense. Genesis, is there a reason why you don't like mixing the carbs with fruit? Or is that just your preference? Dr. Frizzle said, and there she go, Randy in the building, y'all. If y'all don't know about Randy, Randy get here before everybody get here. She be here before the content creator get here. And she always support so much. She be keeping the chat going. Randy, if you ever get a show, we gonna be right in the chat supporting you. But everyone don't have to have a YouTube channel. It's a lot. And whenever you're ready, Randy, we gonna support you in whatever you decide to do. But Randy be the first one here. I know I'm late, but Randy's already here. Randy said, Dr. Frizzle, how are you? Dr. Frizzle said, about to clock back in. I'm tuned in while working. Well, thank you so much for spending your break with us. We really appreciate that. And yes, keep the stove on, hit the Cash App, money sign, Chefbigbank. Randy said, don't work too hard. Genesis 1 said, I have a wheat intolerance. I have heard a lot about that, and I'm not sure why, but it seems like gluten-free or a wheat intolerance or celiac disease it seems like it's more common. And I actually have a friend who has celiac disease, and she was saying that when she does, okay, let me tell y'all, she has celiac disease and she's recently divorced, and so she's starting to date again. And she stated that when she does date again, she would like to find someone who is okay with not eating gluten. And she was saying that it's hard to go on dates for her, it's hard to go to social gatherings for her because the wheat intolerance and her having gluten is very serious because she has celiac disease. So I thought that was an interesting point of view, like I can't imagine like if I was on a date with my partner and he like, how does that work as far as her not being able to have gluten? So, it made sense that she wanted someone that could kind of understand that she can't have gluten. And so, like, when you don't have celiac disease or when you don't have a wheat intolerance, those are things that you never think about. But that I'm on the show now, I'm doing this food thing. I'm learning about all these different things that I never really paid attention to. Genesis 1 said, Randy, facts. We'll support you whenever you are ready. Yes, yes, yes. Like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend. Yes, we all know somebody who likes to cook, wants to learn how to cook, and likes cooking. So, and everybody got to eat. So don't tell me you don't know nobody. Randy said, Genesis 1, okay, I'm going to reach out to you. Yes. And I know that Randy, your daughter, was thinking about starting her YouTube channel. If she has any questions about how things work or needs any help, definitely reach out to us. You got our social media and all that stuff. Because I feel like when you are starting off on YouTube, knowing people that are already doing it can help you out a lot. Like when I started my YouTube channel and my YouTube journey over on Ava's Playtime, I didn't know anyone who did YouTube. So I kind of had to learn everything by like YouTube videos, watching and looking. But if you have someone that can like hold your hand, that's a great thing to have. So definitely, take advantage of it. And so yes, comment yes, I would eat that. Definitely gonna be a smash for me. Um, and if anybody wants to send me a platter of food like that, that's cool with me too. Smash or pass. So what this is a mimosa bar. And if you can see in the corner, there is champagne. Now, if you are someone who doesn't like to drink, that is totally fine. You could just drink the lemonade with the fruit. You don't have to put the champagne in there. So even if you don't like to drink, you can still participate. Just don't put the champagne in your drink. It won't be called mimosa then, call something else. But yes, this is a yummy one that I would definitely try. Um I love drinks, and that's why we on Ava's Playtime, we have Ava's Playtime Cafe where we make drinks. So, I'm really passionate about drinks. Look, this is how much I like drinks. I have a coffee mug just for you guys, Foodie Gang. So, and I'm gonna have more coming. Oh, and what I also want to do. So I use Gear Bubble to produce my merch. So what it is that when you order off of the Foodie Gang store, right? It's through Gear Bubble. So they handle all the shipping, and so it's printing on demand. So when you put in your order and you say, "Hey, I want a shirt, a hoodie, and a mug," that is when they will start producing the hoodie, mug, and shirt. And so, because I have partnered with Gear Bubble to produce my merch, I can get my merch to you guys quicker because I don't have to figure out shipping and I would have to find a vendor. It's just a lot. So sometimes you gotta take shortcuts. And Gear Bubble is my shortcut. And because of Gear Bubble, we have the Foodie Gang store. But what I was gonna say is you guys see this cup? I got this from Las Vegas, right? And I drink my water out of here all the time. But what if we had a cup that said 907 goodies or Foodie Gang? So I want to make a tumbler. I think that's what it's called, like a water bottle, a tumbler, and put it in the Foodie Gang store. Now this moral story, but yes, I'm really excited about that. So, smash or pass, let me know in the comment section if you would consume or partake in the mimosa bar or are you passing it up? And if you say you're passing it up, I don't even know why. I don't know why. And so, yes, y'all, that's the mimosa bar. And then whoever mom that this was for, I know she was happy because this is a very nice gesture. Food's always a great gift because everyone has to eat. So pick a dish. So we have one, two, three, and four. One looks like pancakes, eggs, bacon, and hash browns, right? Two is waffles with fruit, and it looks like a little bit of like whipped cream. Genesis said, "I'll just drink the champagne, skip the fruit." Oh, Genesis ain't got time to play. She said, "Just give me the drink train." Okay, so two is gonna be the waffles and the fruit, and three is going to be the crepes with fruit, and then four is going to be a breakfast burrito with, to me, it looks like eggs, maybe bacon, but if you're someone who doesn't eat meat, you could always take the bacon out. So egg, cheese, bacon, and potatoes. So for me, this is a tough one. And let me tell y'all why it's a tough one. Because they all look so good. And you have to just pick one. Um I'm stuck between one and four. Because okay, that's what I'll say. That's what I'll say. That's what I'll say. Genesis said, "I'll pass." I'll say 1 and 4 because 4 would be nice if you're on the go. Because you could just grab the burrito really quick and eat it on your way to work. 1 would be nice for a sit down dinner or a sit down breakfast. Sorry. I'm gonna go with 1. I'm gonna go with 1. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Comment down below on this video and let me know what number you finna eat. Okay. So yeah, I'm between 1 and 4. I think I might go with 1. And if you're someone who doesn't eat pork, that's fine. Because they have this thing called turkey bacon. And if you don't like meat, cool, take the meat off. I'll tell you one thing about posting food is everybody got a preference and they're like, I don't do that, I don't do this, I don't do... Look, if you guys go out to order, you can customize your order. You can just customize it if you don't like something on there. You don't have, like it's not that hard, y'all. That's what they call it. That's why they call it a substitute. It's a substitute. That's what you get when you want to change something. Okay. And y'all, you already know, happy Mother's Day. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do with you guys is I'm gonna share my screen with you guys and show you guys a Mother's Day video that was posted on Ava's Playtime today. And if you're not already, go ahead and subscribe to Ava's Playtime. And so we will see. Like the wrong button. Here we go, here we go, here we go. All right, y'all looking at what I'm looking at? Oh, see, that's why you always got to come back and check StreamYard because StreamYard was trying to play you and will have you out here looking crazy. Okay, here we go. Okay, can you guys hear the video? Can y'all hear the video? Let me know if y'all can hear it before we go on. And in the meantime, it's weird. It's because I can't hear nothing. I'm like, I don't get it. Genesis said no. Okay, let me get this figured out. All right, Genesis, take your time, girl. I gotta figure this out anyway. Let's see, let's see. All right, y'all. Hold on. Let me get this together. Okay, so see what we got going on here. Okay, so what is for dinner today? What are y'all planning on making? So yesterday I made a stir fry rice and wontons. And when I cook, I always try to cook a lot of food so then I don't have to cook every day. So I'm most likely gonna have that for leftovers. So yeah, I'm gonna have that for leftovers. I'm gonna relax for the rest of the day and all that good stuff. Okay, let's see if this works. Let's see. Okay, so let me know. Do you guys hear any sound now? And I don't know what I'm telling y'all, when you go live, everything just be falling apart. Okay, Genesis says she hears music. Okay, that's good. Let's go. Here we go.
Mom, what are you doing?
I'm watching Ava's playtime. my goodness, Ava, I need more excitement from you than that.
I want.
What do you want? Pizza?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Family Game Night and watching us play bingo. We really appreciate it.
Bingo.
We really appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time. And don't forget, this is bingo.
Bingo.
Bingo, bingo, bingo. We'll see you guys next time.
Bing,
Make sure you check out Ava's Playtime and all
bingo.
our cool videos on our channel. And to the next vlog.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye. Peace.
Okay, this is what you're gonna do, Ava. You're gonna say, "Hey guys, I found the egg."
Hey guys, I found the egg.
Walk towards it and pick it up.
Hey guys, I found the egg.
Did you get Ava? Tell us all about it.
I'm at the ice cream place.
What flavor do you have?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
So yes, this is my mom. This will be Ava's grandma, and this video is on Ava's Playtime, which is why it's his grandma. She passed away in 2011 and was a great woman and is the reason why I'm a great person as well. And so shout out to my mom. And then when I was putting together this live, I was like, it doesn't feel right to not mention my mom because even though she's not here, she's a big part the main reason why I am the woman I am today. So I definitely had to put her in the video. And these are a couple of the different videos that are on Ava's Playtime. So make sure you guys go subscribe to that channel. I'll put the link in the chat. And then for Christmas, we made cookies for Santa and his reindeer. And my daughter is the reason why I'm even on YouTube. She told me that she wanted to start a YouTube channel, and we had been thinking about it for a while. I've been thinking about doing YouTube for years because I wanted to make a channel for Ava because I feel like kids YouTube is great, like everyone's having fun. It's so she always wanted a channel. Her friends made the channel and they put one video on there. And so when Ava's Playtime was created, I got Canva, which is a really good program if you are a new content creator. And I just started practicing. And so I literally started making videos the day Ava's Playtime was created. Yo, I couldn't even do a slideshow. And so I've learned all of this on my own and I am self-taught. And one thing I will say is when you are determined about something and you never give up, you'll get to where you want to go. You'll get to that. And I love making videos with Ava because it's a time for us to bond. We have a lot of fun. And let me tell you, she makes up a lot of her own content. And the things that she comes up with are just so crazy. But kids are very creative. They have big imaginations. They know what to do to go viral. And so we started making videos, and the channel just blew up. And we're at 12,000 subscribers in a year. Um, after the year, we had 11,000, and so we got 1,000 or another 1,000 recently. But we were at 11,000 subscribers, 3 million channel views in the first year. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I can't believe this because I just learned all this stuff. And so with Ava's Playtime, th- all the filming that we do is fun. I want it to be fun. I don't want it to ever feel like a job for her because it's not. She's a kid and she should not be stressed out about making YouTube videos. So, anytime she tells me, Mommy, I don't want to film, or Mommy, I don't want to do that, we don't do it. Because honestly, when kids don't want to do something, they're gonna act like it. And so when she doesn't want to film, I don't film anything. So what ended up happening is I found myself kind of bored because she never wanted to film, and we had already had all these videos. And so I created 907 Goodies because I was bored. She never wanted to film like that, and I was like, I'm just gonna go do my own thing. And when I created 907 Goodies, it's just been kind of like a hit from the get go. And I really love food, and I went to culinary school years ago. So this is a topic that I feel very passionate about. And so here we are, two YouTubers. We're making videos one day, having fun, and then it's gotten us to this point. And I love making videos. And I'm very passionate about Ava's Playtime. I'm very passionate about kids content. I feel like childhood is the foundation to our lives. And it is very important that we do our best to provide, a good foundation for our kids and for our children. And so I love Ava's Playtime. I like making videos. And another great thing about it. So when I was growing up, I didn't have a lot of kid pictures. And the first picture I saw, I think I was 5 years old. And so when I became a mom in 2017, I just was like, I never want her to not be able to know who she is, to not see pictures. So I made sure I took pictures and videos of everything. So then a year ago when I started making content, I had all these videos, all these pictures already on my phone. And so I just been putting them together pretty much. And I think we're at 500 videos between 907 Giddies and Ava's Playtime. If we're not at 500, we're close to it. And it's just been a great journey. And so yes, my mom did not like taking pictures. She Yeah, she didn't like taking pictures. And so I was like, I want to be different for Ava. Even if I don't like how I look, the children don't care. They want to see their parent. And so I made sure that I took as many pictures and videos as I could, and that's the great thing about the YouTube channels now. Everything is documented and. So I just wanted to share that video with you guys. And doing YouTube on Ava's Playtime has been so much fun. We've made so many great videos, so many great memories. And the fun thing about it, these are things that we already do. We already go to the park. We already play bingo. We make drinks. So all this stuff is stuff that we already do. It's just now we're like documenting it and sharing it with all of you guys, all the foodie gang. Now, on Ava's Playtime, she has a time crew. That's what she called all her subscribers. So yeah, y'all, we're gonna go to a commercial. After that, I have a couple of TikTok videos, some funny Mother's Day videos that we're gonna react to, and the link is in the chat if anybody wants to come up and react to the TikTok videos with me. So let me just go ahead and hit that commercial. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. This is Kitchen Talk with Chefbigbank, Season 2, Episode 5. This is going to be our Mother's Day special. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell every Wednesday at 9 a.m. I'm dropping pre-recorded content and going live randomly. So, great show. And also to support this channel and keep the stove on, you can cash app money signs at Big Bank. And then follow me on all my social media platforms listed down below. And join my Facebook fan page. The name is listed down below, and shop the Foodie Gang store. Let me take this up out of here. Yeah, shop the Foodie Gang store. I have a couple of shirts on there, hoodie and a mug. There's going to be more gear coming out soon. And we got somebody down here in the queue. Let me go ahead and bring her up. Hey, can you hear me?
You sound a little, say something again?
What did you say?
There's an echo. Yeah, and
There's an echo on it.
I made sure that I paused the YouTube. So I don't
Hold
know.
on, hold on. Let me see. Okay, go ahead and talk again.
Okay. Yeah. Um, la 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 la.
I don't
Yeah,
hear an echo, but do you hear anything?
I hear it. I hear it. Yeah.
Okay, let me go ahead and okay, do you hear me now? Does this sound good?
You sound good. Don't say anything. Let me say something. La 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 la. Okay, no echo. No echo.
Okay, good. I'm so glad that you came up on the panel. Thank you so
Uh-huh.
much.
Oh, so let me do it correctly. Good evening, ma'am. How are you? Good evening, chat. Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to those who are celebrating their moms or a mother figure, and to those who are remembering their mom or a mother figure. Hopefully, those memories are pleasant. So, got that out of the way. Hey, how are you? Thank you so much for having me up. And listen, thank you so much for modding me up, but I have to do a disclaimer. You are my 20th channel. So I might not always necessarily be in the chat because I've got 20 channels. Plus, I'm also starting my YouTube journey. So thank you so much for the stick.
Yes.
You know that I might not always be here in every stream. And I'm always trying to fix my hoodie when I get up there because, the camera angle.
Yes.
I can never get the camera
And
angle.
and that's totally fine. I don't expect you to be here every time.
Mhm.
And 20 channels plus your own YouTube channels, that is a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. I don't know. People just seem to mod me up for, I don't know. But, I think it's an honor. I think it's an honor that people, respects you and trusts your judgment, and giving you a stick is a huge honor. They're trusting you with their chat. So thank you, you know.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And when so I became a moderator for Angry Man channel, and I was like, oh my gosh, like like I felt honored because it's like you didn't have to do that for me. You know what I'm saying? So it is a true honor. And I feel like if you are a moderator for someone's channel, you should take that very highly.
Mm-hmm.
And we all can't make every live stream because we have our lives. But the
Right.
ones that you can make, if you just can't come in and say hi, like that means a lot. Like support goes a long way.
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. And modding ain't easy. I tell you that.
It isn't. And then like sometimes when I'm because like I'm a new moderator too because I started 907 Goodies and then I started going live and I started watching the live stream. So I'm kind of new to things too. So I'm kind of in that space where like I'm like, is this okay or is this not okay? you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I usually ask the channel owner what their expectations are from their mods and just follow that lead. But the general rules apply. I mean, the excess cursing, you've got to get rid of that. If people are really, over the top with the comments, you've got to get rid of that. But yeah, I always ask so what are your expectations from your mod, ma'am?
Yeah, I don't have too high of expectations because we're still growing. Just to show up to the live streams that you can, and just engage in the chat, and then keep an eye out for anyone that is saying anything inappropriate. And I don't really cuss a whole bunch over here. I know some channels do have a lot of cursing, and
Mm-hmm.
so I always say if you come up on the screen, if you say one or two cuss words, that's fine. But if you say a sentence and you're cursing a lot, that's not really okay. And just to keep an eye out for trolls. There are a lot of trolls and they're bouncing around. So,
Mm-hmm.
just be engaged, watch the chat, and then that's it.
Yeah. So how often do you want the links to be dropped? Because I know that some moderators, it's every maybe 20 minutes, every half an hour. Some moderators want the links to be dropped at the beginning and then in the middle and at the end.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I
They
take the
they
mods seriously.
I've never thought about a schedule. Just every so often, look, Genesis, I'm not gonna be like a stickler, like, oh, I'm taking your rent, you didn't drop it, it's 2 minutes past. Like, I don't really have a set schedule for that yet as far as when the link should be dropped. And I honestly wasn't aware that they, were saying that they wanted the links dropped at a certain time. See, that's why I said I'm a newer YouTuber, because I imagine that the channels that you do moderate for, they've been around for a long time.
A few of the channels that I do moderate for have been around for a long time, and a few of them have also just started their YouTube journey less than a year. So, there's a wide variety of channels that I mod for. So yeah, and everybody has their own rules. And I've actually taken a few moderating courses on YouTube to make sure that I was doing the right thing. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I take
And
it really.
so, Genesis, that's why everyone likes you as a moderator, because you take it so serious. And I see you on No Captivity with Freezy, sometimes on the Anton Daniels, and you do a great job. And we appreciate that as content creators, because a lot of people will come in and they'll just watch. They'll never hit the like button. They'll never subscribe. And you know, if you are watching a content creator, go ahead and like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It makes a big difference.
The most important thing is leaving a comment, especially after the stream, because that's what YouTube actually gauges. It doesn't really matter so much how many people are in the stream. It doesn't really matter how many people are chatting in the stream, but after the stream, that's the most important thing, because YouTube really wants to know that those subscribers are real, genuine people and not just bots. Because, not trying to start any controversy, but people do buy views. People do buy views. So, it's very important for people to come back in. And it doesn't have to be, like it doesn't have to be a manifesto. It could just be, thank you,
Yeah.
great live, I like this, I like that, or what have you, or see you next time, or whatever. But definitely, a couple of, sentences or just a few words in the comment section, because don't get it twisted. YouTube watches everybody's channel. Everybody.
Yes. Yes, they do. And I always tell people, you never know who's looking.
Thank you.
So you don't want to get on here and be, you just want to respect everyone. And I think that's what is lacking in
Yeah.
the world and in these YouTube streets, is respect. Because you got to think, like, my video will last forever. So 5 years from now, they may bring it back up, and I could have been cursing someone out. And 5 years down the road, I feel differently. So you want to make sure that everything that you say is something that you can stand behind. And I feel, even though we don't know each other personally,
Mhm.
there still needs to be, or there still should be, a level of respect.
Absolutely, because this is your living, legacy here. This is your digital history that you're leaving here. And
Yeah.
yeah, and a lot of people get into the YouTube space not really understanding what they're jumping into. Because remember, even though we know that YouTube is worldwide, when we're here, we don't really think about the global reach, because again, your video could land anywhere at any time in front of anybody,
Yes.
in front of anybody. And you don't know, where the opportunities are going to come from. You don't know where the collaborations are going to come from. You don't know where, somebody else is going to um, recommend your video to somebody else. You don't know. And I think it's also important. I feel like I'm preaching, but it's also very important, because I find that some people get into it and they choose a lane that they think is going to be successful, and then they realize that, yeah, this is success, but this isn't really me, and they want to veer off and pivot to who they really are, but yet they're concerned about losing the audience. They're concerned about losing the momentum that they've built, knowing that it was a facade in the first place. So I think the most important thing is just to be who you are, just to be who you are. There's people like you out there everywhere, and they will definitely gravitate to you, whether it takes 6 months, a year, 5 years, or what have you. But the most important thing is just to be genuine when you start here, because trying to, roll
Yeah.
back the tide is a hard one. It's definitely a hard one for sure. So, you know,
Yeah, and you are absolutely right. This is a digital history. So, with that being said, everything that you say, it's being recorded. And so, like you said, you could be 5 years down the road doing something else, and they're going to pull up this particular clip where you was acting kind of crazy.
mhm.
So, that's why I say respect goes a long way. And we do this thing in the world where we think about today, but we need to be planning for the future, or at least thinking
Absolutely.
about the future. So everything that you do today is not necessarily going to matter today, but it is going to matter for the future. And what if something happens and you get really famous and then they pull up that clip where you insulted someone?
We've seen that happen time and time again, time and time again, where somebody's been taken down for something that they've said, whether in anger, in jest, or,
Yes.
when they were at a different point in their life. And granted, nobody's perfect. We're all going to have a slip up moment, but it can't be something catastrophic where you've got to, come back and, you're going to lose your livelihood. You're going to lose your reputation and all of that. I just wanted to show you my mic before we got into it. So this is my mic here. It almost
Okay,
looks
okay.
like yours. So yeah, and I had to there's the echo cancellation down, hold on, wait, down here. So what I did was I just basically put everything, I had to fiddle around too with the mic as well. And I had to just basically sort of do the configurations with the mic and the headphones and the echo cancellation. So now it's perfect. So I don't know if you can see that. No, you can't see it, but now,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
but it took
it's
me
like every time I use the mic, there's always like a little bit of an echo. And honestly, Genesis, I'm about to give up. And I'm like, maybe I need to get a different mic or
no,
something.
no, you don't need a different mic. What I found is, right, once I place the mic in a specific spot, I leave it there. I don't touch it. I don't move it. I leave it right there. And the configurations on the front of the mic. Once I figured out that, okay, the echo cancellation needs to be in the center, the microphone set needs to be a little bit off to the left, and then what's the other one here? That's the mic volume. Once I figured out that the mic volume needs to be in between the 4 and the 5, I leave it alone. I don't touch it because StreamYard does the echo cancellation on its own. So when I jump on here, that mic is in that. I'm putting that mic right back in that spot after I get off of here. It's in the same spot, and the headphones are in the same spot. I don't touch anything, and it's all good. Girl, listen, it took me 4 streams to figure that out. So
You know what? I hope I get to that point because I don't now I'm like I don't know what to do. But one thing I want to ask you is that when you use the mic, do you do sound checks? Because that's another thing I'm having issue with is like I can't hear how it sounds until after the live stream is over because I don't have anyone to really help me with the sound check. So it's like, okay, it sounds good to me, but we'll see.
I don't do, like I said, I don't do sound checks. I leave the mic in the same spot. I leave the configurations on the mic in the same spot, and the headphones are in the same spot. The only thing that moves is the is this thing, is the plug to plug the microphone into the phone. And what I do is I ask the audience. Whenever I start a stream, I always ask the audience, how is the sound? How are the vibrations? Am I popping my P's? Am I singing my S's? And usually the audience will let you know. But you've got to play around with the configurations, and you've got to play around with the placement of the mic. But once you get that down pat, it should be okay. And not a lot of people know that they've got to mute the YouTube before they come up here. So maybe as a reminder, even some of the professionals forget it. Just make sure that everybody mutes the YouTube before they jump on the stream. And also too, before you start your stream, if that little red button, like that little red thing is going up on the microphone, that means that the sound should be okay. That means that the sound
Okay.
should be okay. Yeah, but always ask the audience, always, every single stream, ask them, how's the sound? Do I need to turn it up? Do I need to turn it down? Is everything okay? Is everything clear and crisp? Because like you said, and I was so glad that you said it, the sound, the sound is 99.9% of the stream. Doesn't matter if there's anybody in here. The sound is the thing. The sound is the driving force, because the replay button, God bless the replay button. Because, people can watch the
Mhm.
stream from now until the end of time. But yeah, the sound is definitely something that has to be, even if, the background isn't great, even if your topics aren't great, even if, because some people are not very engaging, even if all of that goes out the window, if the sound is not right, people will leave you. People will definitely leave you. So the sound has to be not perfect, but it's got to be at least 90, 89 to 90% good. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. And it like breaks my heart when I watch my stream back and I'm like, God, my sound is bad, because it makes me so mad, because you can have great content and if your sound is bad, it's like no one's gonna want, it's gonna be hard to watch.
It's going to be hard to watch. And I must admit, because I have sensitive hearing, so I, go the extra mile to make sure that the sound is correct. And I'll be honest, I've jumped off plenty of platforms where the sound is just, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's it's sad, and it's also very hard to be there trying to support. And no matter how much you love the content creator and you love the channel, but if the sound is not up to par, there's no point in being there. The listening pleasure
Yeah.
and just the overall pleasure of the stream, is not great. I mean, I love you, but I'm not gonna kill my ears. I'm not doing
And
it.
like, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm listening to someone and they have like an echo and I'm listening to it for a long time, it gives me a headache. So I
Mhm.
have to leave. It's like, I'm sorry. Like you said, Genesis, I love you, but I gotta go.
And the one thing too that I find that people are afraid to, maybe afraid is the wrong word. They're apprehensive about giving constructive feedback, because everybody, that word criticism can be taken the wrong way. So people are apprehensive about giving constructive feedback. I always welcome it. I say, listen, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Tell me so that I can improve. Tell me so that, you're enjoying the stream as well, and everyone else coming, along in the replay is enjoying it as well. Because plenty of times, and I'm a stickler, I'll say it. I'll say it. I mean, I even had to do it earlier today, and the stream was going on for 50 minutes and I jumped on like the 57th minute, and I scrolled up to the comments and nobody said anything. And I was like, you're doing the content creator a disservice. You do that because he or she's up there
Oh,
working for an hour, and it's not usable. So, it's not so much that you're not hurting anybody's feelings. You're letting them know that, hey, check the sound, check this, check that, check what have you. And they're going to
yeah.
welcome that. They're going to welcome that because they want, the subscribers and the audience to, be entertained, and it be pleasing and pleasant to listen to. Because it's like you said, it's hard when there's an echo and the crackling and just, yeah, I can't do
And
it.
one thing I'll say is it's distracting. It's
Hmm.
almost like you can't even listen to what's being said because you're listening to the echo, the crackling, the feedback. And so
Mm,
you're absolutely right, Genesis. And that's why I said, if the sound is not right, please let me know and save me, because it is very infuriating when you do like a 3 hour or 2 hour stream and then you go to hit the replay button, you're like, oh my gosh,
yeah,
it's
it's
all
horrible.
ruined.
Yeah, I deleted the first 21 videos that I did. Some of it, the sound was horrible. Some of it, the delivery was horrible. The lighting was horrible. It was horrible. And I was really embarrassed about it. And I thought, you know what? Nah, I mean, it's a living legacy and it's a learning, journey and all that, but no, this isn't staying up. They were horrible. And apparently it takes 100 videos, for you to get the hang of it. So yeah, the first
And
21 are gone. Yeah, that's officially Black history. Yeah.
And Genesis, you're absolutely right. I was watching an interview with Mr. Beats, and he was saying that it takes about 100 videos for you to really learn what
Mhm.
to do. And then he was like, if you're making 100 videos and you're not getting great feedback, you could be making bad videos. But if you with that 100 video, you really start to learn what to do and where to go from that point.
Yeah.
And I have a couple of videos that I put on private or deleted. So if you are thinking about starting content creation, just jump into it and get started.
Yes.
because the best teacher and the best way to learn is to do it.
Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. Trial and error. Trial and error is definitely your friend in the YouTube space and being a content creator. And start where you are. You know, I've heard that so many times. I've taken a few tutorials, webinars, and seminars before I actually jumped into it. And every single video had every single person said start where you are, whether you're doing it on your I'm doing it on my phone, whether you have one mic, one headphone, one headset, whatever. Even if you have to, go into your bathroom and record a video, start where you are, because again, trial and error, and you can't learn without experience, and the only way to get experience is to do it. So, you know.
Yes, and many times we feel like, oh, I can't start my YouTube journey because I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this. But it takes a lot. So if you even if you're starting on your phone, that is perfect because you're not even ready for a camera. Because once you get a camera, that's a whole, And I'm still filming off of my phone and my laptop. I don't even have a camera at this point in time, and that's okay. And then when it is time for me to get one, it'll be nice because I'll have the videos already built up, and then it'll give me time to really learn.
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah, and you don't, and like you said, every day is a learning journey with this YouTube thing. I mean, and even the greats have, had issues with their mic, their stream, their camera, what have you. Every single day you turn on that live button, you're learning something. You're definitely learning something. And another thing too I wanted to talk about was when you said that everybody makes it look so easy. Listen, they started in the exact same position that you were and that I was, and nobody's a
Yeah.
professional, overnight. Nobody is. Because I thought that too. I thought, wow, they make it look so easy and it's so flowing and effortless, and they can be up here, talking for hours. And for me, when I get up here and I have to remember, okay, remember to bring up the comments, remember to drop your own links, remember to make sure that you greet people. Remember to do this. Remember not to be so engrossed in the conversation with the person up here that the chat feels a little bit ignored. It's so you're juggling balls, you're juggling
Yeah.
balls up here. So yeah, that's why whenever I come up on a stream, I don't read the comments because it's too distracting for me. I just usually read the comments after I jump off. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, listen, everybody's learning. It's all baby steps. It's definitely all baby steps. And like I said, even the greats, you know, sometimes it just doesn't go, their way that night.
Yeah. So Dr. Frizzle said I went 10 minutes with my mic muted. Thanks that Hassan, my administrator, was able to come up and tell me. And so, if you are, just a watcher, observer, please let the
Yeah.
content creator know if something's wrong with the sound.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Definitely.
will they will appreciate you. And I've even been in the chat for No Captivity with Freezy, and he's had an echo, and the chat told him that he had an echo. And so it's like when we are about to go live, we do, like we talking to the mic, hey, it sounds good. But then when you hear it, it can sound different.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I think that, just let us know. Nobody's going to take it personally. They're going to be like, oh, geez, okay, thank you so much. Because, you saved me time and energy and, all of that. And it's hard. And it's hard to go back and try to, what is it when you have to clip out certain things out of a video, and trying to get that echo thing out of there is a hard thing, man. So just help us out.
Yes, that is the moral of the story. Help us out, and we appreciate the chat. Come back and leave a comment on this video when the live stream ends. And anytime you are watching the live stream on YouTube, try to go back within, I know we're all busy, but try to go back and leave a comment. And also, leaving comments is a great way to get your brand out there and to get your name recognized. So, leaving comments is also great as a content creator because it gets your name out there.
Yeah.
So, yes. Definitely leave comments. But, Genesis, I have a couple of videos for us to react to. And are you a mother as well, or?
Yeah, my personal information, I don't like putting it out on the internet, so I'll just,
Okay.
you know,
Well,
smile.
happy Mother's Day, and that's totally understandable. And that's
Yeah.
another thing. If you guys want to do YouTube, there are some people that don't put their faces out there; they only put their voice out there. So it's really your channel, so you can decide what you want to put out
Mhm.
there and what you want. So everyone's channel is different. So
Right.
don't feel like, oh, I can't do that, because you can make it to how you like.
Yeah. I know you want to get to the video, so I just want to say one quick thing. Faceless channels are actually, YouTube is heading in that direction. YouTube is pushing podcasts and they're pushing faceless channels. So, you don't necessarily have to be on screen. I mean, on-screen personalities, yes, with the camera on is definitely always going to be there. But, if you're a shy person, or even if you don't want your face out there, faceless channels can definitely be successful. So don't worry about, oh no, just because I'm not showing my face, I can't be successful on here. Listen, people have got their cats on here. Cats got channels, so you're going to be fine if you want to have a faceless channel.
Yes, that is very, very true. And I've even seen a dog that cooks. We're gonna have to go over that foodie game because it was kind of cool. I don't know how I got mixed feelings. So it's a dog that cooks food. And I'm like, is this okay? Or is
What is he
this,
cooking? Dog
the
food?
borderline?
Is he cooking
Yes,
dog
the
food?
dog cooks food over the stove.
Oh, but like regular people food, or is he cooking dog food?
He's cooking regular people food.
Oh, I'll pass on that channel, thanks.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if this is okay or not. You know what I'm saying? But it had thousands of views. So you guys, like Genesis said, you can do whatever you want to do. Just be creative.
Is it an AI generated dog doing it, or how do they train the
No, it
dog?
was a real dog.
So how do they train the dog to cook?
I don't know. I don't know if they just like set him up like that and then like they really cook the food and they get a little video. I'm not really sure, but it was a dog that was cooking. And I was just thinking, like, I would not want to eat that food. And it's like
Hmm.
the dog had on clothes too. And I'm like, let the dog be a dog.
I think they've got to, do some tricks with the camera because I can't see a dog cooking food. There's got to be some camera
And
tricks
then I
going.
was thinking, isn't this dangerous? Because can his fur catch on fire?
But not only that, it's a health issue. It's a health
Yeah,
issue.
and I was like, that's what I was thinking, Genesis.
Yeah, I'll skip that channel, thanks.
But I have a group on Facebook, Chefbigbank Foodie Gang fan page, and
Hmm.
one of the members they posted the video of the dog, which is how I learned about it. And it's like they have all these different videos with this dog. I don't remember the name, but we're gonna do a live going over it because I didn't
Oh,
know dogs were cooking food.
mm,
I knew about the robots, but not the dogs.
okay.
And so, yeah, I have a couple of videos. So I'm gonna play this video and we're gonna react to it.
Last but not least, I want to thank me. I want to thank me for believing in me. I want to thank me for doing all this hard work.
So I'm pretty sure that every mother feels that way because it's like, yeah, you taking the kid, but thank me. Let me go ahead and play this one more time and see if we miss anything.
Last but not least, I want to thank me. I want to thank me for believing in me. I want to thank me for doing all this hard work.
And so that's what Mother's Day is a day to thank ourselves for doing all the hard work.
Yeah, that was a clip from his speech when he got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So that clip was taken from his speech there.
Oh, one thing that I would say is now that I've gotten into content creation, I make videos.
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell you guys, there's a lot of tricks and tips that they do, and a lot of the things that we watch are not actually true.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of great editing out there, and I'm just like only a year in, and I'm like on a beginner. But as someone that has been editing for 10 years, I mean, a lot of the things that we see and hear could not be accurate.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't realize that there's a lot of cross reference when people do those clips too, because I'm pretty sure that whoever put that little snippet up, they didn't, in the description box say this was a snippet from Snoop Dogg's speech when he had his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I'm pretty sure they didn't say that, right?
No, so like we were saying earlier, you want to make sure that everything you're saying on the internet is appropriate, because he made this speech years ago, and look where he's at now. You know what I'm saying? So you just never know where your content is going to end up.
Yeah, and actually, a side note, he's got a great wine. Snoop's Cali Red. Him and Martha Stewart have a wine series together, and he's got a great wine. The rosé is not great, and my opinion, but the
And
rosé
this
is
is sorry to interrupt you. This is Ava
okay.
from Ava's Playtime. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to that YouTube channel.
Hi, Ava. How are you?
Good.
Oh, nice. But yeah, he's got the Cali Red is a very good wine. Actually, I have a bottle over there. I've gifted 13 bottles already. It's really good. I was really surprised because when I first bought it, I bought
Oh,
it
his wine.
his wine. Yeah, he's got a great wine. And I bought it just, out of curiosity, and I was going to do it just to have it as nostalgia, but it's actually pretty good. So,
When I used to live in Oregon, and they have this store called Grocery Outlet, I believe it was called, and
mhm.
they had a lot of great wines. And that was the first time that I actually seen his wine. I've never tried it, so I'm glad that you recommend it.
Yeah, the Cali Red is really good. I'm not a fan of the rosé at all. And I didn't really like Martha's white wine, but his Cali Red is fantastic. It's fantastic. Yeah, and makes a great gift to all the rosé drinkers out there. The Cali Red
You
is
know what? I don't drink a lot nowadays, but when I was drinking wine, it's like
mhm.
around my culinary school days, and when I was living in Oregon, I liked Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir, Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir. That was one that I liked. I didn't like the Merlot. It was like too dry for me.
Yeah. And the Moscato for me is way too sweet. I don't like it.
I do like Moscato, but like you said, that is like a sweeter wine. And when I went to culinary school, there was a wine class
Hmm.
that we had to take, and so it was kind of weird because like you're at school having a drink, but in the wine class they were teaching us how to taste wine. They're teaching us about all the wine varieties, and there's a lot of different wines.
Yeah, they're teaching you how to pair wines with food. Yeah.
And she actually owned isn't it called a vineyard when you make the
Vineyard?
wine, and
A
a
vineyard?
vineyard when you grow
Vineyard.
grow the grapes?
A vineyard, yeah.
So they didn't grow the grapes, but they would make the wine.
Mm,
And so she was a perfect person to teach the wine class, because she had a lot of great insight
mhm.
about how it was also prepared.
Right. And also too, like I mean, people cook with a lot of wine too.
Yeah, and then Oregon, they had a lot of vineyards out there, and
Hmm.
they would even do this thing where you can like take a tour.
Hmm.
So wine was really, really big in Oregon, and so was food.
Yeah, they've got a lot of wine tasting here in wine. I live in Toronto, Canada, for those who don't know, and they've got a lot of wine tasting and winery like excursions. Is that the word? Ex excursions? Exertions? Excursions, excursions. That's it. Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
excursions. There you
Yeah,
go.
excursions. Yeah, English is tricky sometimes. But yeah, especially in the wine country over here, in the Niagara region. Yeah.
Yeah, and so Oregon was really big on wine and beer as well.
Oh, wow.
I had never really was a beer drinker, but when I lived there, hops and beer was a big thing. So I kind of started drinking beer a little bit more and like really learning about beer and how that whole thing is very intense.
The thing about beer for me though, it has a lot of yeast in it. So if I do drink a beer, it's once in a blue moon, but I really like a nice red wine. I'm a red wine kind of girl. And hard liquor, I don't really drink hard liquor. You know.
I would say Blue Moon with the orange slice in there is one of my favorite beers. I'm not really too much of a beer drinker either. Like, how some people they come home like I want a 6 pack. I never really had that feeling,
Yeah.
or like even now I don't really drink that often,
Hmm.
and so.
Yeah.
But in Oregon, there was beer, wine. It was very, very serious.
Hmm.
So, does Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart still have that show
Oh
where
yeah.
they're cooking?
Girl, listen,
Yeah.
oh yeah, they're very successful. They are very successful. She's even branched out into being a spokesperson for one of his rolling papers for his their mom.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
Oh yeah. Listen, they're making money hand over fist. That was a great combination. I don't know who came up with those two together, and you wouldn't think that it works, right? But it definitely works. It definitely works, and they have a lot of chemistry. So yeah, they're making money hand over fist. Because even when I went to buy the wine, it came with a complimentary bag, and it had both their faces on it. He was on the back, and she was on the front. Oh
Wow.
yeah, oh yeah. Listen, they're really good with the merch. They're really creative with the merch.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those combinations that you never would have thought of.
Hmm.
But I think if the chemistry is there and people like to be entertained.
Absolutely. And not only that, it's such a dichotomy with those two. It's definitely because they come from two different worlds. He's from the music industry, and she's from, the culinary side. So because you don't normally see those two worlds meshing together. You don't really see it. So it's an interesting combination, and it definitely works for sure. Definitely for sure.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys notice it, but starting to see a lot more celebrities getting into the food industry. And I believe that the reason why that is because you got to think everyone has to eat. So if you're looking for longevity and to be around for a long time and not have to, work in the music industry, the food industry is perfect. Like you even see Trick Daddy, he has his little cooking show. You see well, before all the controversy, Puff Daddy was starting to cook a little bit more too. So
Oh,
you see a
really?
lot of celebrities crossing over into the food.
I didn't really realize they were crossing over into the food. I know that they were doing the liquor because at one point, who was it? Who had the Ciroc? Was it Jay-Z that had the Ciroc?
It was Puff Daddy.
Okay,
Or
so
P
Puff
Diddy. He changed his name so many times. It's really hard
Sean Puffy
to.
Combs. Yeah, Sean Puffy Combs had the Ciroc, and Jay-Z had what was that liqueur that he was spokesperson
I
for?
don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't remember what it was called.
I don't remember what it was called, but there was some kind of controversy, and there was a video that he did where he was waving off the bottle, and their stocks went down. And I do know that what's his name there, Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent, made a killing in the vitamin water in the smart water business. He made $400 million off smart water.
Yeah, so you see a lot of celebrities, a lot of music artists crossing over into the food and beverage industry. Also, the when you have liquor or anything in the beverage industry is going to do really, really well. And
Yeah.
so you see a lot of them like crossing over. And the reason that they're crossing over because it is a profitable industry and it
Yeah.
doesn't have all the drama that the music industry has.
Right. Because I know that Little John, he has his energy drink. And another person too that's got an energy drink is Chameleonaire. Chameleonaire has an energy drink.
Really?
And yeah. Chameleonaire has an energy drink. Little John has an energy drink. And Master P, he's got those noodle packs. He's got those noodles.
Oh, and then they have the cereal. I know No Cap
Yeah,
TV
the
was reporting on the
cereal.
cereal controversy, but you see a lot of them crossing over into the culinary world
Yeah.
because it is so profitable, and you just make an item and then you get it, produced and then boom, that's it. And then a lot of what we're seeing also is the McDonald's collaborations. Have you guys seen those? The food
Um,
collaborations.
I know not so much here. Maybe it's bigger in the States. The only food collaboration I know is that when I was about to say Mary Jane, Mary J. Blige did that chicken thing with the chicken. Was it Kentucky Fried Chicken that she did the campaign for, and that was a backlash. Um, and yeah, I don't. That's the only one I really remember. That's the only one I really remember her doing the chicken
So
thing.
yeah, there's been a couple with McDonald's. Cardi B had a collaboration with McDonald's, and then there was a famous Latin artist who also had a collaboration with McDonald's. I think it was y'all gonna be mad at me. I think his name was like Bunny or Bad Balvin or some. So I don't remember the name.
I do know that Gloria Estefan, I know that Bacardi sponsored her tour. And I know that Bacardi sponsors a lot of like those musical tours. But yeah, I haven't really heard of anybody, getting like into the chip industry or anything. I know that Snoop had a campaign with Cheetos at one point. Yeah, with Cheetos. So yeah. But yeah, listen, the music industry has changed so much now. There's so many independent artists. There's so many ways that you can produce and distribute your music. You don't need to go to the big music companies anymore. And yeah, the internet has changed a lot of ways to produce anything and everything.
It really has, and social media is a big part of marketing any brand. And also, Lotto had a collaboration with Wingstop, I believe, for the lemon pepper wings.
Mm. We don't have Wingstop over here. We're just getting Italy. Are you familiar
Oh,
with
well,
Italy?
there's no Wingstop in Alaska either, which is where I'm at. But
Oh, you're in
I saw
Alaska?
something on the internet with the whole promo.
Wow, you're in Alaska. So you're just basically
Yes, I
up
am.
from me there. What's it like there?
Yeah, it's right now we're kind of like the winter is kind of ending, the snow is melting. We're kind of crossing over into summer. So, but the other day it was weird. It like snowed,
Mhm.
rained, and then snowed again.
Yeah. So you're in Canada then. You're in Canada then.
No, I'm in Alaska.
Yeah, but which are you on the Alaska's also in Canada as well.
You have to drive through Canada to get to Alaska if you were driving.
Yeah.
Most of the people that live in Alaska fly in,
Okay.
you know.
Hmm.
But we got somebody else down here in the queue. Let me bring this person up. How are you doing? Can you hear us? Okay. Okay. I don't know what that was about. That's okay. That's okay. Wasn't saying nothing.
Mm.
But yeah, so you have to drive through Canada to get to Alaska. But most of the people who live here
Hmm.
flew here.
Oh, okay. So is there like a Canadian side of Alaska and an American side of Alaska? Maybe I'm getting my geography wrong.
Not that I know of.
Oh, okay.
But Alaska's a really big state.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine maybe like the closer you get to Canada,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. Um
Isn't it horrible that we don't know more about geography?
yeah, and you know what's crazy?
Mm.
On most maps, Alaska is at the bottom of the map. So a lot of people don't really understand where Alaska really is because they put us on the bottom of the map. But
Mhm.
Alaska is on the side of Canada.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I knew there was some Canadian connection there. Yeah, So
So
I'll
it's
have to look
okay.
into it.
That's what 907 Goodies is here to do, is to help y'all.
That's
You
right.
know, a lot of people don't even know. Someone said to me, they were talking about the United States. I'm like, I'm a part of the United States.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that Hawaii is a part of the United States. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, so it was just like kind of like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, so we had another video, and I'm going to hold on. See, Genesis. Sometimes I be hitting the wrong. Sometimes I hit the wrong button.
That is okay. You're doing great. You're doing great.
You know, so sometimes I be hitting the wrong buttons. But like I said, when you watch YouTube, it is easier said than done.
Mm-hmm.
It really is, because when you're, manning the ship, you have the chat, you got the screen. It is a lot.
Yeah.
And it's a
Yeah.
lot. And then you also got to think, what if something happens with my background,
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm scatterbrained too. I let my audience know, listen, I'll go off on a tangent. I'll lose my train of thought, just hey, that's the beauty of my channel, You'll get me on a random
Yeah,
bit of a cliff.
and
So yeah.
I think it's best to inform your guests, like, hey, anything can go wrong, I'm new. So
Yeah.
that everybody is aware of what's going on.
Mm-hmm. So what does
So
Miss
let's go ahead
Wanda
and play
Sykes
this
have
video.
to say?
What
Yeah.
did you say?
I was gonna say, what does Miss Wanda Sykes have to say?
Yeah, y'all, so yeah, this is Wanda Sykes. If y'all don't know about her, she is funny and doesn't hold anything back.
Mm.
Pretty normal before she had you. But then you were born, and you didn't sleep for 6 months. So she didn't sleep for 6 months, and you refused to eat. And when you did eat, you would barf all over her clothes, and that made your mom a little crazy. And then you fell off your bike and you broke your arm, and then you got bullied in school, and then you started dating that weird dude with the stake through his nose, and all those things made your mom a little more crazy. And then you got married and you bought a house you can't afford, and you're raising kids who never say please or thank you. Shit, they can't even read. And all those things made your mom super duper crazy. And now you come into my office and you go, Dr. Carl, why's my mom so crazy? And the answer is, you motherfucker, you made your mom crazy. So be nice to your mom.
And we kind of touched on this a little bit in the beginning, where it's like, we all have to be nice to each other. We all got to show respect,
Mm-hmm.
So, and being a mom is really hard. It's like, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. But today is definitely our day, and I wanted to go live on Mother's Day so I can show my appreciation for all the mothers in the foodie gang, all the mothers in the world, the future moms, the moms that are not here today. So go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And okay, so this video, I think that you guys are going to think is funny.
Okay.
Mama, I just wanted to tell you Happy Mother's Day, even though you irritate.
He said, I just want to tell you Happy Mother's Day, even though you irritating. Look, let me tell y'all this. If you're giving someone a gift, you probably don't want to deliver it like this.
I like the trees and the sky in the video.
Yes. You can tell he didn't run a lot because he was definitely out of breath. But the way he held those flowers while he was running, look at his hat. Why is his hat like that? He got the feelers on. Oh my goodness. Content creation is so fun because you can just make all type of videos and people will think it's funny. You'll be saying crazy stuff, especially on kids' YouTube. So I got one more video. Let's go ahead and play
I don't
this.
get it. It's just one day after damn year, I'm supposed to feel appreciated, and this is what I get.
I told you to be appreciative.
You ain't told me shit.
You're right, I did it.
Mom, get out my damn face. Get out my face.
You don't want the high rated up.
Get out my face. When I'm dead and gone, she gonna appreciate me. I know that. I can't believe this. She done gave me a motherfucking Jolly Rancher for Mother's Day. Happy damn Mother's Day, I guess.
Look, I feel like this. No matter what gift you get, you should be happy. You should be happy. You should be happy no matter what gift you get. She said a Jolly Rancher. She wasn't cool with that. So here we go. That was all my videos, but I do want to show you guys what my daughter made for me for Mother's Day. So she made this card. So TT is my nickname that I grew up with. I feel like everyone has a nickname, and normally the nickname is given to you by other kids, and so TT would be my nickname. And then there's a bunch of cards in here, and then I definitely want to show you guys this. And then every Wednesday I'm dropping pre-recorded content and then going live randomly. The beginnings of the week are pretty busy for me, so I probably won't go live until like the middle of the week or the weekend. Genesis, do you have any lives planned?
Yeah, I've got 2 live. I've got like 6, but I'll tell you about the first 2. Thank you for asking. I've got a live coming up on the 16th. With some channel announcements, and I do a series every Thursday at 11 a.m. highlights and challenges, where we celebrate the highlights of the week and maybe discuss some of the challenges and how we can help each other maneuver them and circumvent them and give some positive feedback. And on the 18th, I've got a stream coming up because I'm Jamaican by heritage. I was born in Jamaica, but I live in Canada now, and I've got a stream calling all Jamaicans, and we're going to be talking about the immigrant experience. So we're calling all Jamaicans in the diaspora to pull up on the 18th. So yeah, those are the streams that I have coming up. Thank you so much for asking. I appreciate it.
Wow, so you're in Canada? That's cool.
Yeah, I live in Canada.
We're like neighbors. I feel like Canada is definitely on my bucket list. What is the food like there?
We've got great food. We've got all types of ethnic places. We've got, the good old Canadian cuisine. So yeah, the food is very good actually. There are lots of great restaurants, lots of great, like mom and pop shops and stuff. So yeah, it depends on what you want to eat. We can cater to your taste. That's for sure.
Okay, what is one thing that is like native to Canada? Like, what is one thing that we have to try when we go to Canada?
Okay, there's 2 things that you have to try. Maple syrup, real maple syrup that comes from, the sap out of the tree, and definitely poutine. Yeah.
Poutine?
Poutine is
That's the fried cheese curd.
Yeah, with the gravy. Yeah. Yeah, so
So
definitely,
so
yeah.
poutine is popular in
Oh
Canada?
yeah, oh yeah. Poutine is popular. Maple syrup is popular. Bacon. I'm not a bacon eater, but yeah, bacon is very, very popular. Poutine and maple syrup,
Hmm.
honey. Yep.
I knew about maple syrup because it doesn't Canada produce the maple syrup or most of it, but I
Yeah.
didn't know about poutine.
Yeah, definitely poutine. Yeah, and a good old shepherd's pie too. That's definitely Canadian, especially if you're from, the Northwest Territories.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, yeah. But there's lots of because Canada's is a melting pot of multicultural um ethnic there's ethnic people from all over the world. So there's any type of food that you want to get here. And ladies and gentlemen, I must tell you, I suffer with a little bit of stuttering. So sometimes I might trip up on my words. So I was having a stuttering moment there. But yeah, so but yeah,
Hmm.
there's any type of cuisine that you want, you can have it here, that's for sure. And a lot of restaurants do it very well. So what's your favorite food that you like to
Wow.
eat? Yeah.
And this is why I love food. And I feel like when you go visit somewhere, you
Mhm.
have to eat the food because the
Yes.
food will tell you a lot about the place. And so I would love to travel around the world and just
Mhm.
eat food. Like
Yeah.
that's my dream.
Yeah, I because I've got the and I just discovered that I'm lactose intolerant, gluten intolerant, soy intolerant.
Oh
In the last
wow.
yeah, in the last year and a half. So I don't do dairy, I don't do any of that stuff. And sometimes I'm a bad girl, and because I just had some ice cream today, so I know I'm going to suffer for it later. But yeah, it's limited my eating choices. It's definitely limited my eating choices. And sometimes, as I said, I'm a bad girl. I don't listen to my body. I just eat what I want, and then I suffer for it. But yeah, it's definitely curbed my eating habits for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that that is kind of one of the tricky things, like when you are working in the food service industry, is
Hmm.
that people do have such different diets. And so at one of the places I was working, one of the students, because I was working at Portland State University, he had celiac disease, so
Mm,
he couldn't have any gluten. And so
yeah.
what he would do is that he would bring in his own pasta. I
Hmm.
believe they make a pasta derived from chickpeas.
Hmm.
And so he would bring in his own food, but my heart would just break for him because you're in college and you have celiac disease. So it's like, and he had to make a deal with the kitchen, or he had to bring in his own food,
Yeah.
so it's got to be tough, having those dietary restrictions.
Yeah. Yeah. I read a lot of labels. But anyone with any type of dietary restriction, you've got to read a lot of labels. You've got to make sure that what you're consuming isn't going to interrupt your system. And yeah, it makes your choices of eating out very limited. Because somebody will say, yeah, this is vegan or whatnot, but yet the base of the sauce is mixed from like a beef bouillon or something, like a beef bouillon cube or something, but yet the pasta is maybe made, like you said, from chickpeas or something. So clearly that's not vegan or vegetarian. Right?
Yeah,
With the
and you got to
sauce.
be careful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There was actually a tragedy that happened recently. I don't know if you're aware of it. The ballerina in America, where she went to, I'm not going to name the company, but she'd eaten a cookie from a prominent food a chain of food stores and a manufacturer, and it had peanuts in it. It had like a peanut oil based in it, and because she was allergic to peanuts, she ate it, and she passed away.
Oh wow.
Yeah, young girl, 21. Yeah, so you've got to be
Wow.
yeah, you've got to be very, very careful. You've got to be very
You
careful.
you
Not, yeah.
definitely do. And there have been a lot of stories I heard. I think it was in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
I was this was when I was in culinary school. They would always like show us videos and stuff. So we're talking about food allergies. So there was this girl in the UK. She went out to a restaurant and she got vegetarian curry. Now, a lot of times the curry paste that they use contains shellfish.
Mm-hmm.
And so when she ate that curry,
Yeah.
she was allergic to shellfish, and they didn't state that on the menu. If you are serving something that contains shellfish or peanuts, you normally have to state it. But they didn't state it on there that it contains shellfish. So
Yeah.
when she ate it, her throat swelled
Mm.
up. She went into what is it called? Anaphylactic shock.
Anaphylactic? Yeah, yeah.
And she had a medical emergency, and she did not become unalived, but she could have. And
Was there an
so, if you
EpiPen? Did she have?
guys, like
So,
Genesis said, they could be using an ingredient that has a ton of other ingredients in it. So you
mm,
got to be careful if you have a dietary restriction.
yeah, yeah. Did you know if there was an EpiPen available for her? Is that how she was able to, not get deleted, or the reaction was?
I don't remember if she had an EpiPen, but I remember that they went to the hospital after that.
Yeah.
And she might have had one. I don't really remember, but that's another thing. If you do have an allergies, having an EpiPen could really save your life.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what's going on with the pricing now, but I remember years ago there was a big EpiPen scandal allegedly where they were charging a lot for them.
Wow.
And so,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like the Ozempic crisis now, where all these celebrities are, getting the Ozempic shots, and the Ozempic is for people with diabetes, not to lose weight. And
yeah,
doctors now are finding it hard to get their prescriptions filled because everybody, who needs to lose a few extra pounds, or getting the Ozempic shots. So it's a dilemma for sure.
yeah. And when they made that change with the CDC or the FDA, they made that change. That's something that they should have thought about because that just isn't right. But I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, that they have created another weight loss shot, and I believe it starts with like a W.
Is that a derivative of the EpiPen, or is it a subsidiary?
No, of the Ozempic. It's like the Ozempic, but it's
Oh,
not
okay.
the same name. It
Right.
starts with a W, and someone said it to me like yesterday.
Mm. But they're finding now that a lot of people are having side effects from taking the Ozempic. A lot of these celebrities are having side effects.
Really?
Yeah, and they're just not coming out and letting
What
folks
type
know
of side
about it.
effects?
It can affect your kidney. It can affect, allegedly, this is not medical, advice or medical information. These are just my opinion and my words, and not the channel owner. So, yeah, it can affect a lot of your organs. So allegedly, so that's why
Mm.
they're there. Yeah.
At some point we have to just accept who we are and how we look and be comfortable with ourselves.
Absolutely, because I packed on 25 pounds during the C19, and I was never a heavy girl. I'm not heavy now. I'm chunky, and I've never had an extra 25 pounds in my life. And I'm telling you right now, it's a struggle trying to get it off. It is a struggle trying to get it off. And it's only 25 pounds. It's not like it's 60 or anything like that, right? But yeah, and you never know when your weight issue is gonna, happen upon you in life. It could be after childbirth, it could be after a tragedy, it could be after, stress,
Yeah.
anything, just anything. So yeah, it's an interesting
Yeah,
thing.
but we have to love ourselves, accept
Mhm.
ourselves, be comfortable in our own skin. And
Absolutely.
if we have things that we are working on, that is okay. We are
Yeah.
supposed to be working on something. Like that's our human nature is to be doing something.
Yeah.
But, just be happy with yourself, be comfortable, and be confident no matter how you look, because you could think something bad about how you look, but somebody else could see something different.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I totally agree with you. But as human beings, we all think we have flaws. So, as you said, it's all about self-love and acceptance for sure, you know.
Definitely. And there's a lot of people like going under the knife and all that stuff.
Oh
And
my
I
God.
just want to say, if you're working on the outside, do the same amount of work on the ins for the inside.
So true, so true. And it's like you read my mind, because I was actually going to bring up the celebrities that are doing all those BBLs and just all of those, craziness with their bodies, and some of them are just dying, and it's just dying for beauty. It's crazy. Even recently, DC Youngfly's, the mother of his kids, she passed away. And when
Oh
she went to get
yeah.
when she went to get her mommy makeover, she passed away. A lot of lesser known women have, passed away. And for me, I don't understand why you would leave, a country with an amazing medical history and medical practice to go to a third world country to have surgery. If the surgery is $25,000 in the United States, and you're getting that same surgery for $5,000 in another part of the world that doesn't necessarily have universal health regulations, how does that work? Like, how do you think that's you're not going to have complications?
And
you
this
know
is where common sense kind of has to prevail, because the cheaper price is not always the best item. And I don't think that anybody should be juggling with their health.
yeah,
And you should not be looking for the cheapest price when they're doing something to your body. I want the best
absolutely.
of the best.
There's no discount when it comes to cosmetic surgery. Like, there's no discount. There's none. I don't know if
And
you remember.
then it's
Yeah,
it's crazy. And then everybody wants this I don't know, there seems to be like this big push to like everyone has to have a large backside. And I don't know, like the world has just gotten crazy over backsides. I don't know why. Because it's not possible for everybody to have a big backside.
but not only that, what they don't tell you is that a lot of these women are suffering in pain. They're in pain. And whether you get fat transferred or whether you get an implant or whether you get, whatever, your bum eventually will become numb. You won't be able to feel your rump. And that's not a normal way that your body's not supposed to be, numb.
Yeah.
And,
And there are some big backsides, and I'm like, and I think about when I get older and I'm like 60, carrying all that around, that's got to be painful.
but not only that, they have a foreign entity in the body. The body's going to reject that. The body's definitely. How many times have you heard of celebrities? K. Michelle, for instance, I'll use her as an example. She's had over 20 surgeries trying to get all of that, stuff out of her body. And she's a tiny, tiny girl. I think she's what, 5'2", 5'1", and she's had multiple surgeries trying to get all of that stuff out of her body. And she's not the only, quote unquote celebrity who's, gone under the knife to reverse all of that, damage. It's just, I don't understand it. I'm not cutting up anything. I'm not sucking anything out. I'm not doing any of that. The body, the body's supposed to age. So whether it's sagging, jiggly, or what have you, then so be it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be old and happy. I'm gonna be like, I made it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not changing anything, and I'm only getting life-saving medical procedures, nothing
Absolutely.
cosmetic. I guess I'll just be plain Jane.
Listen, I am going into the twilight of my youth, looking, as healthy as possible. I can't be, be 60 and my face is smooth, but I'm wearing a scarf because my neck is wrinkled.
Yeah. And then it's like, at what point do we just say, or when do we accept that we're getting old? I don't know why that old age is a bad thing. I think personally, in my opinion, that old age is a blessing, because not everybody can make it to be 40, 50, 60, 70. So I
Right.
think we should be looking at it differently than
Yeah.
what we do.
Yeah, I think gone are the days where people value the wisdom of the elderly. They don't value the wisdom of the elders anymore, which is so unfortunate because they've lived life, they've experienced things, and they can save you a lot of heartache, and they can also give you,
Exactly.
they can give you a lot of guidance too. But for some reason, it just seems like, whenever as soon as somebody turns 50, all of a sudden, they're lying that they're 45. So, who knows?
And it's so sad because like you're going to the doctor to reverse aging.
Yeah, I
That is
see.
just so, I don't know, Genesis. Maybe because it's like I'm not one of those people to get like Botox and fillers, and I don't want to BBL, but it's just like, why am I coming to you to reverse aging? It sounds like to me, allegedly, it's a money trap.
I don't know if it's a money trap or maybe it's a self-esteem thing or maybe it's, a brainwashing thing. I don't know, but I just don't understand how people don't realize that Botox is botulism. You're putting botulism into your face, and you have to continue to keep doing that, or else your face will fall apart. I don't know if you know Bethany Frankel. Are you familiar with her?
Yeah, wasn't she on the Real Housewives?
Yeah, she was one of those housewives shows, and she's got the Skinny Girl line of cocktails.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she's made a name for herself. She's done very well outside of the franchise of the Housewives. So anyway, the reason I brought her up was because she would fly to Asia, because you know how she had a very strong jaw, right?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she would fly to Asia and get her jaw shaven down. And then the last time they went, and these are her words, so I don't have to say allegedly, but I'm going to say allegedly here anyway, just for sake of the channel.
What?
Yeah, the doctor said, listen, if you come back here one more time, your face is going to disappear. Your jaw's just going to collapse. It's going to, so stop coming here. So she stopped doing it. She stopped doing it.
How do you get your jaw shaven
Yeah,
down?
she got her jaw. She went to Asia, and she got her jaw shaven down because she had a very strong jaw. She had a very
Does she? Does she still have one now, or did it work?
it worked, but now because the body will always fight to go back to its natural form. So since she stopped doing the shaving down of the jaw, it's the collagen is being built back up again. So slowly but surely the jaw is coming back to its original form because she stopped going over there to get her face shaved down.
Yeah, Genesis. This is why I said accept who you are. 'Cause that's crazy.
But listen, kudos to her because she has a gold mine there with those Skinny Girl cocktails. I tell you, that's a multi-million-dollar business. So shout out to her.
Yeah, she has done really well, and she's another one of the celebrities that cross over into the food industry and is doing good. And the reason why these are celebrities are able to cross over into the food industry and do so well is because they already have their personal following.
Right, 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 right.
And it's really it goes to show you that even if you have money, you have fame, you still can have insecurities, which
Oh,
is why on this Mother's Day I say love yourself and be happy with yourself, because it doesn't make any sense to be that successful and be worried about how your jaw looks. Like that is a little bit crazy.
great point. Great point. Yeah, but she's actually one of the most successful of the housewives because I don't think anyone else is in her caliber because people don't even really categorize her as a housewife anymore. They just see her as a skinny girl, manufacturer brand and face of the of her cocktails. So yeah, I always
Yeah,
thought
and her brand is everywhere, and it's a good brand.
it's a
And
good.
what she does is smart because
Hmm.
people are looking for low calorie items. Such she has like wines, she has all type of products. I've seen salad dressings.
Yeah. Another person too who's jumped into the food industry and done very well is Patti LaBelle with her pies and her cakes.
Yes,
She's done very, very, and who would have thought? Who was, and see, that's the
yeah.
thing. You just never know where an idea is going to spark. You just never know where that, thing is going to happen. And it just throws you into another atmosphere. You just never
And
know.
you never know what's gonna work until you do it. And so,
Right.
she could have always had a dream to sell pies and do food, but the music thing happened first. And which the way it worked out was really good, really smart, because when she went into food, into the culinary field, she already had a following, already had a support base.
Right.
And back to what I said, social media is an important part of any brand. I know y'all remember that. I don't know if it was a TikTok, what platform it was on, but there was a guy that ate the Patti LaBelle pie.
Yes. Yes. And the controversy with that. But getting back to Patti LaBelle
Yes.
and how she got into the pie industry, she usually, she likes to cook and whatnot, right? So I think it was a family member that said to her, "These pies are great. Have you ever thought about, manufacturing these pies?" And she's like, "What? No, 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 no." And it was somehow, some way, I don't know how she started manufacturing the pies, and the pies were in Walmart at one point. And then the guy James, James somebody, I can't remember his name.
I think his name was James though. You have good
Yeah,
memory.
yeah, James something, and he did the reaction to the pies, and she was kind of miffed about it because she was saying, "Oh, I had these pies way before this person, reacted to, the video. I don't, because people are saying, Patty should give him something and, at least shout him out and whatnot, whatnot, right?" There was a big backlash about it, and finally she felt the heat because people stopped buying her pies. So she reached out to
What?
James. Yeah, she reached out to James, and this is a lesson here, ladies and gentlemen, that you need to know your price. She reached out to him. I think he got like some bags and a shout out and whatnot. She went on to, make millions and millions of dollars with the pies, and he's just a footnote. He's just a footnote. So this is why you have to know your worth and know your value, because they could have collaborated together, they could have done something together. And granted, she doesn't owe him anything, right? But and the reason why she reached out to him was because of the backlash. But he didn't capitalize on that momentum, because where is he now? We don't know where he is. He's not a big social media personality. He didn't capitalize on the momentum. He didn't understand that he had lightning in a bottle, right? And he didn't prepare himself for that moment, which is really unfortunate because, again, Patty's gone on to make millions and millions of dollars with her pies. The controversy is blown over. He's a footnote, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, really unfortunate. And I remember when I was beginning my content creation journey, I saw a post on Facebook and they were like, never do anything for free. Because in that moment, he probably just felt like he was making a video, but then the video went viral. So if
Mm,
you are going to promote anyone's products, unless they pay you, don't even do it.
yeah.
Don't do it.
But that's a double-edged sword too, right? Because he did it because he genuinely loved the pie. He wasn't doing it to say, "Oh, I
That
need to
is
get a tag,
true.
or I need to get a promotion." But that's what I'm saying though. He had lightning in a bottle and he didn't capitalize on it because, yes, throughout the backlash, she finally shut him up because she was getting backlash. The sales had dropped. But once she did that, and it was a public meeting, he got a bag and some other things, but he didn't capitalize on that moment. He didn't say to himself, "Oh, James Arthur, that's his name. I believe it's James Arthur, or maybe that's a singer. James Arthur is a singer." But anyway, his first name is James anyway. Now I know that he does have a small social media following, but not as big as it could have been when he capitalized on that opportunity, because he could have come out with his glasses, because I know that he wears like these fancy glasses.
Yes.
Yeah, he's just, there were so many things that he could have done to usher his brand into the forefront, because everybody's a brand now. Make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, everybody's a brand. You just
Yes.
that one thing that's gonna bring you over the edge. But yeah, so that's a cautionary tale there, definitely, for sure. And every once, I think that's on the anniversary, people will go back and dig up that video and maybe jump on his social media handles or whatnot. But after the anniversary subsided, then everybody goes back to their business. Patty's still making pies. They're still available at Walmart. She's making money
And
that way. Yeah,
after that happened, her pies were selling off the shelves.
absolutely. And she does
Selling
macaroni
off the
and cheese.
shelves. They were
Yeah,
sold out.
yeah, she does a whole variety now of other food items. So, ladies and gentlemen, a cautionary tale: you've got to know your worth and you've got to capitalize on your opportunity. And
Yeah,
it's, yeah, and don't be shy. Don't be shy to say, "Okay, how is this going to benefit me?" It's called marketing. Now, you might not necessarily put it in those terms, but it's marketing. It's definitely
yeah, and I
marketing.
feel like in this day and age, we all need to start planning because
Hmm.
it's looking like, the biggest employers are going to be social media.
You know what? I am so glad that you said that. I am so glad that you said that, because two things. A, when people get into the content creation thing, a lot of people don't realize that it's a business, honey.
Yes.
YouTube and Google are in partnership. You are in partnership with two of the biggest entities on earth, YouTube and Google. Make no mistake. So formulate your plan. Even if you get on here and you're just, flinging up a few videos here and there and trying something, have a plan. YouTube is a business, ladies and gentlemen. Now, getting
And
back
they
to
are going to be the biggest employers. And that's why I said earlier in the live stream that when you get on YouTube, you need to treat people with respect, because this is a workplace at the end of the day. And we are all here to grow, to learn, and to build. We are all building right now. So if you want to come on here with the drama, that means you're gonna build a shaky foundation. And when you build shaky foundations, you can grow fast, but in the long run, we got to be thinking about the long run and the future, not right now, today.
you're going to have an empty victory. You are going to have an empty victory. But getting back to what you were saying about brands, everybody's coming to YouTube. Everybody is coming to YouTube. Look at all the multi-millionaires that are on YouTube, and they're content creators, and they're starting a channel. Now, granted, some of them came with a following because whether it was through business, sports, or entertainment or whatnot, but everybody has a YouTube channel. Everybody and their grandma has a YouTube channel. Now, I'm not sure if are you familiar with Think Media?
With Think Media, don't they
Think
have?
Media.
Yeah, I Think Media has like a lot of like videos like about how to like tech videos, and so I watch them a lot. Maybe I should go watch about this microphone.
They don't. I'm not sure if it's Think Media. They have a lot of content about YouTube content creation. So there's Think
Yes.
Media. There's the Think Media podcast and Sean Kennel.
Yeah, it's a great channel.
Those oh no, I'm not going to promote here, but yeah, those channels are really really good channels. But like you said, everybody is coming to YouTube, and I encourage everyone, if you're getting into this thing, study it. Study your YouTube. If there's any free courses, if there's any free tutorials, if there's any free seminars, jump on them, capitalize on the opportunity, because there's a wealth of information out there. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't have $2,000 to pay for a course.
Yeah.
So there's definitely lots of avenues that you can get the information you need. So definitely, yeah. But yeah, everybody's come to YouTube.
Yeah, and if one thing I've noticed is a lot of the actors, actresses, and reality TV stars, they are all coming to YouTube. You know why? Because with YouTube, you can grow your brand and you're your own production company. So there is no producers and all this big old team, because you can do everything yourself. So what that means is that you can keep more of your money to yourself versus being on TV for years and years and years. If you equate that to being on YouTube, you can earn more. And so everyone is starting to see that, and they're all making their way over here. And the people that were here 10 years ago, I mean, props to them because they saw it.
But not only that, the people who capitalized on it through the C19, so many channels were birthed out of the C19 situation because everybody was at home. Everybody was at home. But getting back to what you were saying with YouTube, remember now, like you said, you don't need a publicist, you don't need a producer, you don't need a manager. So you're cutting out, 40% of your profits. You're cutting that out, whether you had to pay a manager, a publicist, whomever, right? And another thing too that people get stuck on, they undercut YouTube. No disrespect to anybody that has a Cash App, no disrespect to anybody that has a PayPal, right? But they undercut YouTube, and you hear content creators say, oh, I prefer, this, that, and what have you. You're undercutting YouTube. So never undercut your business partner. Be grateful for the Cash Apps and the super chats and whatnot. Now, granted, YouTube does take 35 to 40%, but remember, all you're paying for is your internet service, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you want to take 40%, go right ahead, because you're saving me the overhead of a brick and mortar store. Definitely.
Yeah. And that's why you see a lot of people coming over to YouTube, is because they're starting to realize that, like, hey, instead of me being a clone and working for all these labels and this TV people and having this big old team, I can just cut everybody out and get my own money.
Exactly. And not only that, it's not just the Cash Apps, the Super Chats, the PayPal, and the Cash App. You've got collaborations, you've got your affiliate links, you've got your brand deals, you've got your merch, you've got, so many other areas. People are now coming up with courses, people are doing books, people are doing seminars, people are doing so many things. There's so many avenues that you can definitely generate an income here, that as long as you open up this, you open up your mind, you broaden your horizons, and you present yourself, you know, in a way that people are going to want to link their brand to you. And a lot of people think, oh, you need to have, a huge amount of subscribers, you need to have, this huge amount of recognition. Listen, if you have 500 loyal subscribers, you can start. You can make a viable income with your 500 loyal subscribers, whether it's through
Yeah.
your merch, whether it's through your memberships, what have you. And if you have 1,000 loyal subscribers, you're nice. You are so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was a story. There was a story of a gentleman. He was an ex-army guy, and he was doing something with like with army fatigue, and he came up with this energy drink, and he had 1,500 subscribers, and he was talking about the energy drink. And there was a general in the army that was just home one day watching YouTube, and that general went to his commanding officer and said, I saw this gentleman on YouTube, he's got this energy drink, it could really help with our, with the fatigue of our soldiers. They linked up and partnered together, and he's got a brand deal with the army.
Wow.
Yeah, and it all started with a general on his day off sitting at home on the couch watching YouTube. So, ladies and gentlemen, the moral of that story is you never know who's watching. You never know who's watching.
You don't, and these videos last forever. And and especially if you have kids, if you are a mother, you guys got to think about, how is my image going to look, because we are our own brands. So,
Yeah.
and the way you start is probably how you're going to finish. If you start doing crazy stuff, you're probably going to have to keep doing that to maintain. And then, so you always want to make sure that you are proud of your content, you're proud of what you're doing, and be optimistic. Because, like Genesis said, you never know who is watching.
You never know, and you never know where, a collaboration is gonna come from. And another thing too that I find that people do, which is a disservice to them, they'll say, oh, I'm using this so and so product, and that person isn't a sponsor of the stream, so I shouldn't even be, using this product, or I shouldn't be shutting them out. Or they'll say something like, I'm eating this, particular thing, these people will never be a sponsor over here, what have you. Those words are so detrimental, because again, you never know who is watching. You never know. So never badmouth, a brand or a product that you happen to be using because you like it, and through your day-to-day, life, or through just your through your day-to-day happenings and through your life. You just, because again, you never know. You never know. And again, YouTube watches everybody's channel, and YouTube is in partnership with who? Google. And Google is the #1 search engine in the world. In the
Yes.
world. So
Yes, y'all got to pay attention to what's really going on here.
yeah, you got to
And
be
you got to think about longevity. Oh, and another thing I was going to say, why everyone's coming over to YouTube is because you're able to be creative and make your channel to how you would like, versus when you're on TV and you have their script and you're rocking their brand. You're able to, create your own world. Like we have 907 Goodies, Kitchen Talk with Chefbigbank is my live show. So you're able to be creative, and you're really able to engage with your audience, which is the great thing about going live in the chat. You're able to really, actually talk to your people. When you're on TV, you can't talk to your fans.
Yeah, I'm so glad you said that too, because you can also branch up. Because, for an example, say you have, a channel, and you've got 2,000 subscribers on that channel, and maybe, 800 of those subscribers are there. They want to support you and all of that, but maybe they're, say, I don't know, they like duck hunting or something, and your channel is about, cooking duck. And those you can branch off and have a separate channel with those 800 subscribers and, talk about duck hunting. You can go, duck
Yeah,
hunting, and
that's very true.
so you can definitely have a second niche to branch off from your main channel. So
Yes,
yeah.
very true, and that's a good point. And I see that a lot on, kids' YouTube. So there will be a family, right?
Mhm.
And the daughter, like Salish Matter, she's a young girl. She's like 13, I believe. She has a channel. Her brother has a channel. Her father, who was Jordan Matter, he has a channel. And so you have that flexibility where you can like really build. It's like a foundation. It's like a house. You're
Yeah.
building each room, and you can do that with YouTube. Like, how I have Ava's Playtime, 907 Goodies. And then I also have some other ideas of more channels that I would like to create based off of this channel. And so that's the great thing about YouTube is that you can grow. And, we say YouTube, 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 but we have seen this with the TikTok ban. It is good to be on many different social media platforms so that if the one you're on goes down, you have other, platforms that you're on. So if you are content creating, you're just on YouTube, I would recommend that you go on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram and build everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that's a personal choice as well too. Because for me, I know because I'm kind of scatterbrained, I can handle two, entities. If I
Yes.
had all the other ones, then you're splitting up your time. And it also depends on what's happening in your personal life too as well. Because you can spend so much time on social media that your personal life gets neglected. But yeah, I hear you definitely. If you can, cast your rod into many different ponds for
Yeah.
sure. But I was going to say something and I lost my train of thought. It had to do with YouTube. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. It had to do with YouTube and branding and something
Yeah,
else.
and then kind of to go off of what Genesis said, one thing I would say is move at your pace that you feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
And so, I have all these social media platforms, but I started with just one. That was YouTube. Then it went to Facebook when I felt comfortable. And the reason, I don't know if you guys know, it is what it is TV. Hassan
Yeah.
recommended that I go to X, formerly known as Twitter, and
Mm.
I will get an X account. But what I'm like just said, I want to make sure that with everything that I have on my plate already, I'm able to handle before I take on more social media. So move at your own pace and do what is comfortable for you. If you're
Yeah.
only on YouTube for a year, that's fine. That
Yeah,
there is nothing
absolutely.
wrong with that. But what
Yeah.
I'm saying is how TikTok is going might maybe ban. Who knows? But
You know
if
what?
you only have content on TikTok and that's it,
Yeah.
I'm a little bit worried for you. So
hmm TikTok is not going to be banned. That's a money grab right there. That's definitely a money grab right there because there's a
yeah,
big,
and
huge, billionaire that's an American billionaire that's going to buy TikTok. So TikTok isn't going now. They will clean it TikTok up because, in my opinion, TikTok is a sunken place. They just have a whole lot of things going on there, but they're going
yeah.
to clean it up. They're definitely going to clean it up, but they're not going to ban it. America wants control of TikTok because it's owned by the Chinese.
That's kind of what it sounds like, allegedly.
Allegedly,
But we
yeah.
have to just stay tuned for the whole controversy. But I think, there are good lessons to learn within this whole thing. It's like, and most of the channels that have like millions and millions of subscribers, they have editors and they have a whole team of people to help them keep growing and to manage. And
Right.
so,
But this is also the beauty of YouTube too, because you know how you can have TikTok fame with just, one short going viral and it's like a snippet or Instagram fame or what have you. But this is the beauty of YouTube. YouTube, you get to formulate your personality because a lot of, TikTok famous people have gotten opportunities and they haven't capitalized on it because their personality hasn't been developed other than just with that snippet, that short, that what have you. And when they get an opportunity to branch out into a larger worldwide audience, now they can't really, transfer that into anything lucrative because they haven't built up their foundation. They haven't built up their, their personality. So yeah, I've seen that many, many a times. But yeah, YouTube is definitely a boot camp and your training ground. And like you said, that's the beauty of it. Whether it takes a year or what have you, it's, YouTube ain't going anywhere.
Yes, and I think it's important for us to start, practicing. Like Genesis said, she's only been here for a couple of months, but I'm glad that you are here and that you are, beginning to develop your platform. And I definitely feel like your spirit and your energy is definitely needed in the, this space.
Mm.
And I feel the same way for myself because, like I said, everybody, the world's going crazy right now. So they need people like us to kind of keep them grounded or to keep those that want to be helped grounded and to really remember why we are here. Yeah, it's to have fun. We want to have a good time, want to have good conversations, and that's truly it.
Yeah, and I think that, as Kevin Samuels would say, R.I.P. the Godfather, you'll find your tribe. You'll find your tribe. There's definitely like-minded people out there. They will gravitate to you. They will come. They will definitely come. So, we don't have to wallow in all the nonsense and the craziness. There are genuine people that actually love, respect, and honor, each other and fellowship together, in a manner that's appealing to everybody. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. I was going to say that for anyone who's starting out their YouTube journey, don't concentrate on just one particular sector or one particular group. Gear your content to a worldwide audience, because there's people everywhere and you never know who's going to gravitate to your content. So, just be mindful of, maybe concentrating on one particular sector or one particular group on, on the YouTube landscape. So just, broaden your horizons a little bit and cater to everybody. So
very true. The nice thing about YouTube is that it's global. So it's literally the whole world. One of our biggest group of people that watch or countries is actually India on Ava's Playtime.
Oh, wow.
India is actually our biggest, supporter and our watcher. So that kind of shocked me too, because I just assumed it was going to be the USA because that's where I'm at. But you never know who's going to watch. So make it to where everyone can enjoy it. It's something for everyone.
Yeah, definitely. But anyway, listen, I'm gonna go because my phone's about to die and I've got to charge it up because I'm doing something later on. But oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me up and let me ramble on here. And
Yes, and I was just getting ready to close out the show. We were thinking the same thing.
yeah. So thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for popping over on my stream the other day. It was a pleasure. And shout out to Hassan. He's such a great cheerleader.
He really is.
Yeah, he's such a great cheerleader and he's such a supporter and he just wants everybody to win. I have a lot of respect for him. So thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for modding me up. And like I said, I'll try my best to, be as best moderator as I can, but understandably, 19 other people above you.
All right, Genesis. Thank you so much for coming up. I've seen you a couple of times. I always see you in the chat. So thank you so much for coming up on 907 Good Eats.
Okay, take care. Bye.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
All right, foodie gang. So that is my Mother's Day special. And I just wanted to go live to wish everyone a happy Mother's Day, to all the future mothers, the current mothers, all the mothers who are not here, and everyone in between. And I want to thank you guys so much for rocking with me. If you're still here up until this point, thank you so much. And as always, you can support this channel and keep the stove on at #Chefbigbank. Follow me on all my social media platforms. Subscribe to Ava's Playtime. And hit the like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. turn the notification bell on. Also, join my Facebook fan page, Chefbigbank Foodie Gang fan page, and shop the Foodie Gang store. And thank you so much, Genesis, for coming up on the panel and rocking out with us. We've been up here for almost 3 hours just talking. Y'all know once I get going, I'll be talking. And I hope that you guys all have a great Mother's Day. Enjoy your day, eat great food, and give a compliment. Give a compliment. And then, so yeah, thank y'all so much, Foodie Gang, for tuning in on Mother's Day. Y'all could be anywhere else, or y'all choose to be here. Thank y'all for that. And after this video ends, please come back on the video and leave a comment. And I will see y'all Wednesday, 9 a.m. and later on in the week when I go live. And thank you so much for stopping by my kitchen today, Foodie Gang. I really appreciate it. And I'll see y'all next time. Foodie Gang, gang, gang.
Food gang, gang, gang.
Foodie gang, 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 gang. Foodie gang, 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 gang.
Foodie gang, gang, gang. This is Chefbigbank. Thank you so much for watching at 907 Goodies. Make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next Wednesday at 9 a.m. I'm out.